Riley McCabe Coulthard. My highest level of completed education is graduate level. I'm a lady scientist, and Charlie would make an argument that I'm an artist. I lie. Becoming like a dog parent to Peanut is also a pretty big deal for me. I mean, for me, it was probably getting married, which sounds so cheesy. I work in semiconductor analysis. I work on an electron microscope. It's like very large. It's not even the biggest microscope we have, but it's still big. And I take pictures of semiconductor stuff. For me, it's the taking pictures of the semiconductor stuff. So my company makes equipment that makes semiconductors for, computers, etc. Everything that's electronic. So I'm helping the engineers at our company figure out whether our machines are doing a good job or a bad job. It has to do with moving electrons around, and something about how, this is like not my field, so something about how the shapes are controls how the electrons move, and so they're good for different things, different types of moving electrons, because electronics are, it's really just like scooting electrons around, but like pulling them, moving them when you want them to move. So that's like ones and zeros, right? Like yes or no. So like movement or no movement, but you have to control it in a really small space, like nanometer scale. It's been weird. It's been a journey. It's not done. It might never be done. I went to some school from like 5th through 8th grade. I mostly attended an actual school. And then I did independent study instead of the first couple years of high school, because I was working at a barn, riding horses, teaching lessons, training at a bakery, an industrial scale bakery. So we had like these big mixing bowls, like very cool. And then I got emancipated. I didn't do school for a while. And then I started just taking community college classes for fun here and there. So I took like creative, conversational Spanish. And then what did I take? I took something I really liked. I took a math class, and I was like, oh, this is the shit. So I was like, okay, I'm going to become an engineer. And so I moved up to Portland, and I started taking full-time classes here, there. And in the path to like getting the credits to transfer for some sort of engineering degree, I had to take chemistry, and I'd never taken any chemistry. So I took like super baby chemistry, like chemistry 100, not even like 101. And I totally, because when I was taking the final on the test, you get like a periodic table, trying to figure out the answer to this question, and I learned something new about like how the elements connected. Like transferred to Lewis and Clark, full ride scholarship. Thank you very much. Did 3 years at Lewis and Clark. Did a whole bunch of like summer internships and stuff along the way for research experience. And then I graduated and went straight to grad school, which I don't totally recommend. Maybe should have took a little bit of time between to like take a breath, have a job, calm the fuck down. But then I went to grad school, and I did not finish the PhD program, but I did get 2 masters. So and then now I am debating going back to school for a chemistry master's degree, because then I could teach community college chemistry, which is what I've always wanted to do. Despite the fact that 2 master's degrees, neither of them qualified me to teach chemistry at community college. So they're both in chemical and environmental engineering, although I was technically in the environmental engineering. One is a master's of science, that's for completing my coursework, and one is a master's of philosophy, and that's because I successfully defended a thesis. Ready to commit to going back to school. So I'm like, maybe this year I'll just like take a class at community college, take like a art history or literature. I don't know. Something kind of fun for my brain, a little different.